Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today is the first in the Trad Tuesdays beer tasting. Now I've chosen Joseph Holts as the first brewery and first beer I'd like to put on the channel. Reason being that I was sent the Joseph Holts beers, 3 beers in this lovely glass by Slurpy Dave. I'll put his channel here. And that gave me the idea then for this little series to do traditional family-run breweries that are still going to this day, and most of them date back to like 1800s, 1700s. And I thought, okay, let me have a bit of a research on these breweries. Let's get get it out there. If anyone watches the videos, and at least there's going to be something if someone does a search anyway about these breweries, and I think you just need a nod. I mean, plenty of people do the newer modern breweries, which that's another subject, another series, but not many people stand up and tell you about the old traditional style breweries. And I think there's some absolutely fantastic breweries out there doing fantastic jobs. They're the originals, and they know how to brew beer. So the first one then is Joseph Holts. So Joseph Holts Brewery was formed back in 1849. It actually sits now on Empire Street in Manchester. The brewery, that's been there since 1860. Joseph Holts have 127 pubs in Greater Manchester to this date. They have draft beers, they have bottle beers, and they have cans. In the draft beers, you have bitter, 2 Hoots, black, you have crystal, you have diamond, you have mild, IPA, crystal gold, humdinger, and 6X. In the bottle range, they have humdinger 1849, which is this one here I've got. Torchwood, Maple Moon is another one that Slurpy got me. 6X, another one that Slurpy got me. Thunder Holt, which is a good name, isn't it, for Holtses. 5th Sense, 2 Hoots, bitter, and maple gold. And in cans, they have Holt's bitter, and they have Holt Brown. Again, that's a really good what they've done with the name there. So like I say, they sit in Manchester. They've been in Manchester, they've been brewing in Manchester in that brewery since 1860. The actual Joseph Holts was formed in 1849. Joseph met his wife around 1849. Before that, he worked in a brewery at Strange Ways Brewery as a carter. In 1849, then had like 2, basically, says here, after moving into a small house in central Manchester, Joseph starts his brewing career at premises in Oak Street, now in the Northern Quarter. And his wife at the time put some money in for him to start doing that. And here we are today, 2022, and it's still going strong. What the notes have got here. Holts have their own borehole in the brewery on site for their water. They still rack into hogsheads, which are 54-gallon casks. They ferment their ales in square fermenters, and they use whole leaf hops. Part of the reasoning for that is because that helps with filtration as well, rather than the pellets, which is all sludgy. So the whole leaf hop helps with filtration of the ales and the beers. This is an interesting fact. The Holts family, one of their members throughout the years, has served as the Lord Mayor of Manchester. Currently, Richard Kershaw is the CEO. I think it's his great-great-great-grandfather was Joseph Holts. They've got a long-standing relationship with Christie's Hospital, dating back to 1914, where they opened a part of it. And Christie's Hospital is in Manchester, and it specialises in cancer, and it's about the treatment and the care and everything, so it's absolutely fantastic. And Holts are very proud to be supporting that still to this day. I've got other bits and bats here. Brewing started in 1849. In the first major expansion, Holts take over Duchy Bridge Brewery on York Street, now Cheetham Hill Road, brewing ales and porters. Derby Brewery, that's the one they're in now. That's the one they've been in since 1860. They took out a 999-year lease on a piece of land where it begins work on the brewery, where it is still to this day. In 1861, they acquired their first ever pub, which was the Wellington Hotel in Eccles, first pub under Joseph Holts. Late 1880s, the brewery water well deepened. That's where I said there's a deep water well at the brewery site. It was enlarged to 526 feet. That's some depth, isn't it, to getting water. 1882, brewery control passes to 36-year-old Edward. That's his Joseph's son. 1884, Holts moved to Woodthorpe. Edward, the wife and young family moved to Woodthorpe, a large Victorian house. That's the family, not the brewery. 1886, Joseph Holt died at the age of 73. Passes away in comfort in his home on 27th of February 1886. 1892, unfortunately then, Joseph's wife died, Catherine, who was instrumental in setting up the business. Like I said, she was one that invested in the money for him back in 1849. She died at the age of 82. 1899, the late 1880s and 90s saw a dramatic increase in Joseph Holt pubs in Manchester and Salford. 1900, business is booming. The brewery now employs around 60 people and brewery output becomes 40,350 barrels. That's big, isn't it? 1901, the bottling plant opened. 1908 to 1909, Edward, twice elected Lord Mayor of Manchester. Mentioned that before. Alongside leading scientist, Edward establishes a new radium institute, and this is about the place at Christie's that I mentioned that he was involved in. He was then in 1916 honoured the Freeman and Baronets. This was Edward, and then Edward made CBE in 1920 on the Christmas honours, Christmas list honours. 1922, huge boiler was installed. 1900 square foot boiler replaces the original, stays in operation for 60 years. 1928, sadly, that's when Sir Edward Holt died. 1932, the two cancer treating institutes join forces and relocate to Wivington. That's the Christie's. Joseph Holt goes public. It's officially floated and becomes a PLC in 1951. And it was taken off. I've got lots of books about beers and breweries, and the company actually withdrew from the stock exchange in the fear of risking independence in the 1990s. I don't know if that's going to say that on here at all when we're going through. The bar King William IV in Salford closes, but the bar survived and finds itself in the Rover's Return. The actual bar went into the Rover's Return in the 1960s. 1968, getting a bit more recent now, Peter Kershaw becomes chairman, and I think it's Peter Kershaw's son who's now the chairman. 68 as well, Edward died. 1973, original mash tun replaced. Joseph Holt's original mash tun is finally replaced. That's a long time, isn't it? 1860 to 1973, the mash tun. That's unbelievable. 1977, they had a brewery expansion. 1980, Richard Kershaw joins. After time as a brewer with Morrell's Brewery in Whitbread, Richard Kershaw joins a family business. He's the grandson of Edward. Richard Kershaw becomes managing director in 85. 92, brewery expands again because there's more demand for Holts' beer. 94, named one of UK's fastest growing public companies. And Lady Margaret Holt dies in 1996. Celebrating 150 years as a family business in 1999. 2000, 300,000 raised for Christie. Now, to celebrate our 150 years, 301,000 is raised for the Christie Hospital. That is unbelievable, isn't it? That is unbelievable. 2000, CEO Richard Kershaw, the company is taken back into private ownership, this is what I was saying, and Richard Kershaw takes over the reins as chief executive. His father, unfortunately, passed away as well that year, Peter Kershaw's. In 2011, gold for Crystal Lager. Crystal Lager wins gold as the International Brewing Awards. That's something for an English or Manchester brewery brewing a lager and wins a gold award. That's some going, that. 2012, Horse and Jockey Pub and Microbrewery. The brewery purchases a Charlton pub and bootleg microbrewery. In 2013, Diamond Lager again got gold. 14, they won the Heart of Community Award. 15, International Beer Gold. Brewery completes a rare hat trick of 3 international golds. Superb. 15, the Christie Centenary Appeals. 402,000 raised. Unbelievable. 2016, National Heart Community winner again. 2017, Francis House Charity Appeal raises 92,000. These figures are unbelievable. Diamond wins a second gold in 2017. They won the National Pub Aid Award in 2017 as well. 2 hoots went on sale in Parliament in 2017. And 6th generation Jane Kershaw joins in 2017. And then we've got up to, where are we now? 2019, 170 Cask Ale Club. To celebrate our 170th year, we launched a special 6 beer series of cask ales, 1 for each of our 6 generations so far. Fantastic. 2019, Jane Kershaw named Brewer of the Year. Well done, Jane. And I like this one. In 2019, the Manchester B glass was launched. I've got to get myself one of them. It's a glass. It's got the black rings, and then when you put like a golden beer in, you can see it looks like a B. It's superb, and it's combining 2 of Manchester's most treasured icons, beer and the B. The Manchester B glass is launched in 2019. I've not seen that, but I need to get that. 2019, Andrew Kershaw, again keeping it in the family. Holts at Home online beer shop opened in 2020 during lockdown. Trailblazer Stout was launched in 2020, and then 2020 national pub closures. For the first time in our history, all of our pubs forced to close their doors. That was during the lockdown. Again, 2020, £174,000 raised for the Christie. And 2021, 6x gold at the International Awards. So they've got a massive bit of history there. Superb. Lots and lots of money made for the Christie, which is absolutely fantastic. And lots of beers, lots of experience, and that you can see that family tree where they've all come in. So like to this day now, there's still the family link. It's the great grandson, I think it is, who's now the CEO. So yeah, there's lots going on. I know they brewed mild when it first opened, because it was the revolution, and people just wanted to get a nice drink and something they could drink, and that was part of Joseph Holt's was like, okay, let's start brewing milds, and these workers, they can have something that's quite thirst quenching, and it's not a big ABV, even though it did increase over that time. Anyway, that's Joseph Holts Brewery, Manchester. Now I'm going to crack open the Champion Ale, 1849, into this lovely glass that, as like I say, Slurpee got me. This Champion Ale, let me pull my glasses down. Count the rings of experience, alcohol 4.5%. So you can see it's the wood and it's the rings going in. It says here 1849, but that was the year the brewery, well, the actual Joseph Holt formed with his wife. Wasn't the year the brewery, that was 1860 when they moved to the recent brewery. The award-winning ale took our head brewer so long to craft, our chairman thought he was busy hand-carving the barrels. It's a fresh, hoppy ale brewed using only the most traditional methods. Founded by Joseph Holt in 1849, the brewery has remained in the family for 5 generations. It has grown to become a leading independent brewer of traditional ales, proud to be part of Manchester's history. Joseph Holt Limited. Brewery, Empire Street, Cheetham, Manchester. And you can find them on www.josephholt.com. You can follow them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Untapped. Okay, so let's get this open. Let's get it in the glass. Let's just taste it and then just, hopefully, just enjoy it. I'm not scoring the beers. I just want to do a bit of a nod to these breweries. Show you the beer in the glass. Taste it. That looks superb already, doesn't it? That really does. It's a copper colour. There we go. Well, let's get the Champion Ales, Joseph Holt's. Nice off-white head. A little bit fluffy, might dissipate, not too sure, but that colour is copper coloured. It looks superb, it really does. Carbonation really, really low, which is superb. There's a little stream of carbonation going up the middle there. Wow, that's good for me anyway, I like that. Okay, the aroma. It smells like, you can smell what I class as old-fashioned beer. It's got malts and it's got a nice, I'd say, it's a bit of lemony hop character there. It's got a lovely backbone of malt. I don't know what was used in this at all, but it's got a nice zingy, lemony, citrusy aroma, probably from like a Golding or a Fuggle, possibly. And yeah, it's got a nice malt backbone. Anyway, cheers, and cheers to Joseph Holt. Oh, cheers to Slurpee. Oh, that's lovely. I know this wasn't one of their oldest brews. The 1849 was more their recent one, their more recent beers. But that is easy drinking, 4.5%. You've got a nice little bitterness going across the tongue. A bit of like a zingy bitterness along that as well. And then you've got that nice biscuit like type taste from the malts. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. That's cracking, that, I tell you. 4.5% as well. It's got a nice medium body. It comes across stronger than 4.5%, if I'm honest, because it's got its full on flavour. And the bitterness is there. If you don't like bitterness, you probably won't like this beer because it's not overly sweet at all. The bitterness is quite up at the front of it. That is absolutely cracking. I'm really enjoying that. It is a lovely beer. I love the colour. Loving that taste. Very traditional tasting beer, which is fantastic because it is a traditional, independent, family-run brewery to this day in Manchester. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to carry on this series with a load more of these independent breweries, the family-owned ones. That's why it started off with Joseph Holts, and what's what I say? Cheers, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.